Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and I would like to share with you a very interesting game played by a German former chess prodigy Jutta Hempel. Her opponent is Dietrich, and the game was played in 1966 in Flensburg, which is a town in Germany. Before starting the analysis of the game, just a few words about her. Hempel showed remarkable aptitude for the game at a young age. By age 3 she could watch a game of chess and replay it from memory, and by age 4 she was playing competitively at the youth center in Flensburg. By the age of 5 Hempel was the top junior player in Flensburg. On her 6th birthday Hempel performed the impressive feat of scoring 9.5 2.5 in a 4-hour simultaneous exhibition. In her next simultaneous exhibition, which took place in the town square, Hempel won with a decisive 9-1 score. Hempel won the Flensburg Junior Championship at age 7. She also played 6 games of simultaneous blindfold chess. As I've already mentioned, this game was played in 1966, and at that time Jutta Hempel was only 5 years, 10 months and 9 days old. Now let's see how the game went on. Dietrich started with e4 and e5 by Jutta Hempel. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, we see the Italian game, knight f6, 2 knights defense, knight g5, white knight is coming after the pawn on f7. Usually in this position black is playing d5 and then knight a5, if bishop b5 check then c6, d takes c6, b takes c6, bishop e2. This is the main line, but after knight g5 Jutta Hempel went for this hyper-aggressive Traxler counter gambit, bishop c5 allowing knight takes f7, but of course giving up the pawn on f7 is not enough. Here comes bishop takes f2 check. Look at this. This is just too much for a 5-year-old chess player. King takes f2, knight takes e4 check, and king e3. Well, actually king g1 is stronger. If queen h4 then g3, if knight takes g3 then knight takes h8, if knight takes h1 then d3, and if knight f2 then queen f3. Still white is maintaining an advantage, but after knight takes e4 check king e3 was played, queen h4 and g3, both blocking the queen's path, also taking under control this f4 square. Of course, instead of playing g3, knight takes h8 can't be played because white king will simply get checkmated after this forced line. Let's go back. That's why after queen h4 g3 was played, and now comes another shocking move by Hempel, knight takes g3, and after h takes g3 we see queen d4 check, king f3 and d5, both opening up the bishop's diagonal, also attacking both these pieces. Rook h4, both covering the g4 square, also attacking black queen. By the way, after d5, if a move like knight takes h8, then this is simple bishop g4, winning the queen, and then queen e4, and then bishop takes d1. That's why after d5, rook h4 was played. e4 check, king g2, and black castles kingside. Queen h5 coming both after the pawn on h7, and also white wants to capture on d5, bishop e6, queen takes h7 check, king takes f7, rook f4 check, king e7, and queen h4 check, after which white is facing serious problems. Well, after king e7 it was better to play c3, if queen takes c4 then d3. Though I have to mention that this is a line suggested by the engine, and for an amateur player this can be very difficult to find, even impossible. Bishop g5 check, king e8, knight d2, queen e2 check, king g1 with equal chances. But instead after king e7 we see queen h4 check, king d7, bishop b5 and rook h8, and already this is becoming more and more dangerous. Bishop takes c6 check, b takes c6, queen g5, and now comes that light square bishop, bishop h3 check, king h1, bishop g4 discover check, and after king g2 the bishop is now coming to attack from f3 square. Rook takes f3, he takes f3 check, king f1, well, if king takes f3 then queen e4 check, and then the rook is coming, and then queen h1 checkmate. In the game after e takes f3 check, king f1 was played, here comes rook h1, and this is a checkmate. A very impressive game for a 5-year-old chess player. This is just fantastic, guys. It's hard to believe that this amazing game was played by a 5-year-old female chess prodigy. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your comments. Good luck.